Okay, hello guys. I tell you, this has been one of the hardest videos to come together. Um, I guess they're hearing all this stuff I'm talking about frequencies, and I'm trying to get the frequencies right. I want you to be able to use your frequencies also. You know, our frequencies is actually one of our senses that if you really look at it, because when you're in a bad vibe, when things are not going right. You can sense it. What do you say? Things are not going right. See, that's cause and effect. What you picked up is not going right. It don't seem like it's going right. So you get the feedback from it and you say it don't seem like things are going right. So we are frequency driven people, actually. You usually go to the other side of the street just because um, when you're walking and you see somebody that's giving off a frequency that you don't want to be involved with, you go as far as going across the street. Am I right? Okay. So I'm going to try to get this across to you how important your frequencies are, and you should start using them. You really should really start using them and not be predictable. There's frequencies out here that made you predictable. If I talk about um, seeing, you already, I gave a frequency hits you, and then it hit me back, and then it's giving an effect. What is your cause? What is the cause? The cause usually is a religious mentality, um, and the response is going to be defense, and now you're going tit for tat. So it just started a war. In other words, can you see what I'm saying? I want more than anything for you to see everything I'm saying. Okay, so I managed to escape the religious defense. Um, Everything needs to stand for itself. Everything gives off its own frequency. You see this blue? That's frequency. You see the brown behind me? Two different browns, 4 or 5 different browns. That's 3 or 4 different colors, which are frequencies. Your thought is a frequency. So we need to be able to uh, use these things properly. So let's see if we can get started. I told you about the ripple in the water. You throw a pebble, you're gonna have a ring go both directions, and one side of it comes back to you. And I think that's why it's in a circle, so it don't miss anything. It doesn't miss. It travels in a circle completely around the world and even into the universe. We say, we can actually go to the point where we're saying, well, wait a minute, does it go into the universe? Yes, it does. Um, you know, I want you to be able to be aware when your frequencies are going out. Even the Bible, let me just bring it down to something simple. In the Bible, what did it say? Lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. Well, we got different religions that's saying, oh no, you're not supposed to do that. So guess what we got? We got to fight again. That's why you got to figure out who you are. What is your I am? You can't be every religion. You can't be right for everything. if there's more than one religion or more than one way of doing things, then what makes yours right? So let's make yours right. When the frequencies come to you and you read them, you disallow or you allow the information to come to you. And I found out that I need to start using my disallow more than I have allowed, because we figure everybody has a certain profession, and therefore they are the one that's right. In other words, you go to the doctor says you're going to die today. Well, it's been 50 years now. Okay. So you can't take in all these frequencies. When each word that went out, you understood this. If he said that in Spanish, were you able to understand what the doctor was saying? You see, so it's up to us to allow or disallow. So when the doctor told me some things, it was just like he was speaking Spanish because he wasn't talking to me. Because you choose your frequency that you allow. You choose them. You choose them, please. Don't be offended every time someone says something that triggers a cause and effect in you. That's one of the worst ways to get beat up, is somebody able to rent space in your brain. They put out a frequency. If they put it out in Spanish, then it wouldn't bother you. They can call you the whatever. Okay, I know some dirty Spanish words, but you choose to come out of the arena of not being able to control your thoughts, yourself. Your flesh and your spirit is two different things. Your I am is not your body. Okay? Your I am is a creator. So you create your situation. If it looks like you're going to have a bad situation, don't contribute to it. I disallow it. Don't contribute to having a bad day. Don't contribute to seeing yourself as having a problem. Don't contribute to see yourself as being sick, because these are frequencies that you grab and you amplify. And that's another very important thing to understand: amplification. Amplification of the frequency that you get. Now, how can I show you amplification? You get a frequency, and let's say this kid or this adult or whoever's driving, they went and put a sound system in their car, like the one that they had wasn't already beefed up enough. Okay. What it does, it takes the signal from whatever's put in. If it's gospel, if it's bluegrass, if it's Jamaican music, if it's African music, if it's symphony, you can choose to amplify that signal to the point where it is deadly. You can. So we must be able to control our signals, our frequencies. There's one that people are talking about now, and that is the frequency of 500. What is the 500 frequency? Do you know what that is? You need to learn. That's love. So I possess love, so I can also what? Amplify it. Once you decide you're going to create your own frequencies. Create the frequency of love. There's so many different frequencies that you can dial in. You can even go to a job and you can create a frequency that you could be the number one. You could be the number one employee of the month. Yes. How else you think they get that way? Okay. There's a frequency that you can send off and it said, wow, this guy's all right. And then the cause and the effect is, he's one of the good guys. I'm going to bring him into my arena, into my circle. Just by you creating that frequency. Now, if you create the frequency of, I'm going to blow this sucker down if I don't get paid, everybody's going to do what? They don't want you in their circle. You have just isolated yourself. Okay? And then how do you amplify it? When someone comes to you, they picked up your frequency and say, man, chill out. Will you? No. I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to blow it up again. You amplified your problem, which you didn't have a problem before, but you didn't understand the frequencies that you was getting at your job. Why are they putting you to the side and not letting you work that day? Matter of fact, they say, look, we're going to have to let you go for a couple of days, but we're going to pay you. You're still going to have a frequency. You're going to be mad because they want you to chill out. They see your frequencies. The reason they paid you is because they're not afraid of you, but you need to chill out. Get away, go fishing, go dig a hole. Do something that makes it comfortable for you so you can come back with good vibes, good frequencies that makes them want you around. This is why all these things are going haywire for people, because they don't know how to use their frequencies. And they read in wrong on frequencies, and they deliver the frequencies improper. Because you can have somebody over you and they don't, you heard them say, oh, they don't have a good bedside manner. Well, they don't know how to operate in frequencies. These things we must learn. We must use, especially now, because if you know it or not, there's frequencies going out that people that's in charge are putting out to create a cause and an effect. You need to be able to say, I disallow that. I will not be angry. I will not be stampeded. Wow, where did that one come from? I will not be stampeded about the frequencies that I hear. If you never heard the frequencies, you would never go get this. You never would go have that done. You would never freak out. Okay? So when the frequency comes to you and you choose to be afraid or depressed or revengeable, what we're going to do, disallow. That says stop. That's enough. That's a rebuke to the frequency. That's the only thing that stopped that frequency from causing you to do the wrong thing. We ain't supposed to be no lambs. We're supposed to be eagles. We're supposed to be the lion. We're supposed to be wise as serpents and harmless as a dove. That's two different frequencies that we have to control. Right? So I just bring you these things now. I really thank the people that are actually receiving what I'm saying, because I don't know when it might come back, and I know you're going to need this to go further in your life. If you're tired of your job, get all you can all you learn. In other words, if you work in there, then they're paying you, then that means you know what you're doing. Get all you can about that business, can all you get. You crack that can open and do it yourself. That's what I do. I've done that because of who I am. If you're wanting a certain job, would you do it for nothing? That's how I do. Don't even think about it. So let's do it again. If you want that job, do it for nothing. When cable first came to Alabama, they went to Montevallo, Alabama. And I said, wow, what is that? What are they doing? And they were running wires all over the place. So I stopped and said, well, are y'all hiring? He said, no, we ain't hiring. I said, okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Came back tomorrow. Are y'all hiring? Well, not really. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. That was already in my backpack because that is what I was able to do. I can do my best at that job. I came back. I said, hey, I'm ready for my job. Okay, man, come on and send the papers. You have to keep banging them frequencies. Be truthful to yourself. It's not all about prayer. It's all about you. You have to do it if nobody else was there, which nobody's there unless you call them. And Jesus said, if we are depending on Jesus or any other person that we reverence, I think it all comes back to the Creator. So we must say, I have a job at this place because it's already in my backpack. Whatever drives you to keep going, that's yours. It's not anymore of what's possible and not possible. Do I have faith or do I not have faith? It is you. I am, so I have. How do you get all your bills paid? Is it because we start handing out, we get everybody to start begging for us? No. If you know who you are, it will crawl out your backpack and sit on your lap. This is the peace that we have to have. We have to have peace about reality. Don't challenge me, say, well, no, it ain't no well, just do it. I said before, I never pray to get out of the bed. I get out of the bed. I never pray that the floor is there. The floor gonna be there. You must start commanding. If you have any unction to do anything, always command first. Don't believe, just command. We are creators. You create the situation. Create it. Okay, guys. I don't want to give a long, but this is a 20-minute video. And look, please share this video. Like it. I got some things in my backpack that's getting ready to show up. And I want to give it to you guys.